Hello, everybody. My name is Briar Williams. I'm a singer-songwriter from Clarksburg, West Virginia. Been a long journey into music. I've always grown up loving music. Listened to a lot of like 90s and Y2K country with my mom. My grandpa was a big outlaw country fan and rockabilly fan. I have a uncle that's locally famous all over West Virginia. He's had songs on Supernatural and a Netflix show. I forget the name of the Netflix show, but his name's Ron King the Ables. They all kind of influenced me and stuff like that. Growing up, I always wanted to play music. Unfortunately, never had the mentality. Never was mature enough to learn. My mom and dad bought me a guitar. My first guitar, probably around 7 years old. Ended up hitting my brother with it, and that one went kapooey. Wrapped around the brick house, broke it in half. A couple years later, I talked him into buying me another one. Same thing happened. And so after that, you know, years went on. Fifth grade, I learned to play saxophone in school. Played it from fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth. Um, but growing up was kind of rough. Me and my dad never saw eye to eye. Um, always was fist fighting. Cops called. We was kind of the people you stared at on the street. Everybody knew who you was, and it wasn't for a good reason. My dad was a professional wrestler around the scene, and everybody kind of has this great view of him because of his persona in wrestling and because he's this incredible guy, and he is a good guy. But I don't think he knew how to be a dad, and that's where a lot of my music and songs come from. Um, and then I was always overweight, and by 2012, I was about 500 pounds, and I started getting real severe headaches and stuff like that. Started losing my vision. My mom took me to the eye doctor, and they looked at my eyes and said, "You got a brain tumor." Unfortunately, fortunately, but unfortunately, it wasn't a brain tumor. But I had this rare, I still struggle with stuff. It's a rare brain issue called idiopathic intracranial hypertension. My body produces too much spinal fluid that overflows into my brain, putting pressure onto my optic nerves. And I had to get a bunch of surgeries, eye surgeries, and all that stuff. I was diagnosed 3 or 4 days after my 17th birthday on 12/12/2012. I laid around forever, years. They forced me to go on disability, which I hate being on. But doctors wanted me to quit school for a few years and then go back when I was like 20 and finish. And I told my mom, I said, that's not an option. And there's a uh, great teacher. His name is Mr. Giaquina. He came out to my house for 2 years and brought me my homework. I would do it, and he took it back, and I got to graduate on time because of him. And during that time, I laid around. I started getting into super like outlaw country and all this stuff, and I discovered this guy named Sturgill Simpson. He's big inspiration to me, and he had this song called "Living the Dream." And it's basically about you can't, you know. There's a line in it that said, I can't even think of the line right now, but like it's just the whole song just about living the dream. And if you're not living to live your dream, what are you doing? And around that time, my uncle took me to his in-laws, and they had a big bluegrass uh, like jam session. And I told him, I said, next year I'm gonna join in. So I went home, bought myself that game Rocksmith that teaches you how to play guitar, taught myself the chords, went back the next year, and I still couldn't play with them, but it didn't stop me. So I got a lot better, started writing songs, and then I started pouring all my troubles into songs. So the songs of my childhood, like the troubles of my childhood, pour them into these songs. Stuff that my grandpa told me, like there's a serial killer from Quiet Dell called Harry Powers. I wrote a song about him, and it was because my grandpa always told me that story. And like, so a lot of my songs come from true pain and true Appalachian, you know, tales and facts. But that what 2021, 2022 is probably when I did my first open mic. Completely bombed it. Couldn't finish a song. Went back home. Didn't play. I mean, I played guitar and stuff, but I didn't uh, go to any open mics or anything like that for like a year. Went back to a different place and bombed again. And there's a guy that was there named Jeff Knotts. And he told my girlfriend at the time, he's like, bring him back because I see potential in him. So the next week we went back, and it was horrible, but I made it through a song. And then I just kept playing and kept playing. And then I got to the point to where people was coming up to me and talking to me about how they relate to my songs, how they've been in those same situations, and it's awesome to see people that overcome those things. So that's what drives me to be a musician, is I really want to show people, like, no matter how down you are, if you have a dream, chase it, because you never know what might come of it. Because the person I used to be and the person I am now is completely different. I used to be shy. I wouldn't be here talking to you and doing this podcast if I was still the same person. And music's really brought that out of me, and it's awesome to see people relate to my songs and help people know that they're not alone, and you can get over that and chase dreams that you want to chase. So this song is talking about my upbringing a bit. This song's about just mine and my father's relationship, about some things I wish was different, but it's called My Daddy's Son. Buy me the world just to drown me in the sea. Make empty promises to the land of make-believe. Somehow we manage to make good memories, like those road trips to see the stars with the names on the marquee.
to be the champion, living a child's dream. No one knows what was going on behind the scenes. No matter how much I hate this blood in my veins, I'll forever carry on his looks and last name. But no matter how far I run, I'll always be my daddy's son. I hate the man that I see in the mirror, 'cause I've got his grin from ear to ear, all the way down to his canine looking teeth. He thinks he's the wolf and I'm the sheep. But no matter how far I run, I'll always be my daddy's son. I don't want him to hurt, but it'll never be the same. And is it him or I that should take the blame? Why should I take the blame when I've done nothing wrong? And he's giving away everything from my love to my song. Yeah, no matter how far I run, I'll always be my daddy's son. Yeah, no matter how far I run, I'll always be my daddy's son.
Thank you. This next song, I dealt with a lot of depression over all the years and stuff. I wrote this song in one of my super depressed episodes. And I know a lot of people feel this way, but it's not. You shouldn't act upon it. The best thing to do is find an art and pour out your heart into it. This one's called Right Back Here Again.
I'm sitting in the dark all alone, with a bottle of pills next to the phone. And I would swallow them all down neat if I knew it would be the death of me. Well, I guess I should call for some help, but the phone's as dead as I've ever felt. I guess I'll just call this place a friend, 'cause I always end up right back here again. Yeah, I always end up right back here again. I always end up right back here again. There's a gun in the closet by the bed, but I promised that I wouldn't put it to my head. So it just sits in there collecting dust, 'cause I know what'll happen if I pick it up. Well, I got a lot of scars on my heart, and a few to match on my left arm. Well, I know that way out is a sin, but it damn sure beats being right back here again. I bet it damn sure beats being right back here again. I bet it damn sure beats being right back here again. Oh, well, I guess I'll just call this place a friend, 'cause I always end up right back here again. Thank you. This is going to be a demo version because it's changed a lot, but this will be on the EP a little bit. So I'm off couch, right?
Okay.
This is one that a lot of people relate to. I haven't sang it in a while, so hopefully I remember it. But this again is about mine and my father's relationship. Daddy just sat there wearing the devil's grin as he abused Mama without lifting a single hand. Cops ready with the dogs about to kick down the door. The shattered hearts and dishes cover the living room floor. Deputy Minor is one of Daddy's friends, so Daddy got away with a slap on the hand. You can ask anyone in this God-forsaken town, but they all got Daddy's back till they put him in the ground. 'Cause nobody knows what goes on in that house. The devil starts to yell. I messed it up. It's alright. Mama's always crying for a way out, 'cause nobody knows what goes on in that house. Well, everybody said we never saw eye to eye, 'cause I am Daddy and Daddy am I. But I'll prove them all wrong if I have to change my name. I'll drain all of his fucking blood out of my veins. Well, I know I can, but Mama says I can sing. Said go out there, son, live out your dream. Don't let your daddy cut your young ass down. Go and make some money and get the fuck out of this town. 'Cause nobody knows what goes on in that house. The devil starts to yell. I messed that up, wait, come on. Your brother and I will find a way out and tell everyone what goes on in that fucking house. Mama finally left, I'm out on my own. The devil now sits on a broken down throne. He's whittled away to nothing but bone, in the same hell I used to call home. Sorry I messed that one up, guys. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
For us that have never heard it, we would have never known.
I messed it up.
Until you release it on your EP.
Yeah, it's changed a lot since then. But this song is going to be the lead off of my EP. It's about a true story. It's about a serial killer that I grew up in Stonewood, a suburb of Clarksburg, and about 5 minutes down the road is a place called Quiet Dell, and my grandpa always told me about this serial killer from the 1930s. So I wrote this song, and there's a different version out there, but this is the version I sat down and co-wrote with my producer Zach McCord out of Bridgeport. It's called Murder Farm, or Murder Farm, my bad.
Born in 1893, they named me Harmdren. Sailed across the ocean blue from the Netherlands. Settled in those rolling hills, a town called Quietdale. Got married to my sweetheart Lou, a lonely heart fulfilled. She didn't know what I would do in the basement that I built. And she never saw the busting walls from the victims I had killed. So sweepers to keep my secrets swept under the rug, and hid letters from the lonely hearts I pretended to love. My name is Harry Powers, and I am an evil man. And I've got bodies buried all over this land. You may have heard of me and all the women that I've charmed, but I guarantee you never heard the screams on my murder farm. Neighbors grew concerned, said Miss Iger disappeared. I said she went to Europe, I've heard it's nice this time of year. The coppers came around, started digging up my ditch. They found a psyker 6 feet down with 4 other friends. My name is Harry Powers, and I am an evil man. And I've got bodies buried all over this land. You may have heard of me and all the women that I've charmed, but I guarantee you've never heard the scream on my murder farm. Truth came out, gavel fell, they sentenced me to hang. But I don't regret, and better yet, I'd do it all again. My name is Harry Powers, and I am an evil man. And I've got bodies buried all over this land. You may have heard of me and all the women that I've charmed, but I guarantee you've never heard the scream on my murder farm.
me to do one more since I messed that one up?
That's up to you. If you want to do one more,
Yeah, you got the energy for one more. Let's play to the audience because they need to know about you. We need to get you out there. And your mom, thank you for being patient with us.
Oh, sure.
I wish she'd get on camera, but she won't. So I'm not going to get on camera either.
This is a song it's one of my mom's favorites.
Okay.
This is a song I wrote about, I thought this was going to be a life that I lived at one time. But thankfully, I found music. It's called Riding Shotgun. Mama didn't know she birthed the devil till she put that gun in my hand. Said, I know he's part of you, but I don't give a damn. And I can still feel the weight of the hammer falling down. Not a second later he fell with a thud as he hit the ground. Now Mama's riding shotgun as I make a run bound for Mexico. And I'll flip a quarter when I cross that border just to see which way I'll go. Do or die, I won't comply to the barrel of a lawman's gun. To heaven or hell with the rebel, yeah, like riding to the midnight sun. Somewhere in Texas is when I saw those lights in my rear view. But I won't stop for no cop flashing me red and blue. They found him laying by his bed where he paid for all his sins. He survived by a pool of blood and the bruises on Mama's skin. Mama's riding shotgun as I make a run bound for Mexico. And I'll flip a quarter just to see. I messed that up. Flip a quarter when I cross that border just to see which way I'll go. Look, why am I messing that up now? Flip a quarter when I cross that border just to see which way I'll go. Do or die, I won't comply to the barrel of a lawman's gun. To heaven or hell with the rebel yell, I'll ride into the midnight sun. Mama got scared, tucked and rolled into a field of grass. But I am still sitting here, foot heavy on the gas. Life in prison might sound good to someone like you, but hell awaits people like me as I know what I must do. Now my soul's riding shotgun as I make a run bound for Mexico. And I'll flip a quarter when I cross that border just to see which way I'll go. Do or die, I won't comply to the barrel of a lawman's gun. Heaven or hell with my final shell, I'll pay for the deeds I've done. Heaven or hell with my final shell, I'll pay for the deeds I've done.
right.
Let's try to do one more. Because I can't believe I'm messing this up.
You never needed a song.
Huh?
That latest one just about
That's all right.
snow.
Oh yeah, I could do that one. It's gotten over 100 likes on TikTok, which is rare for me. But doing.
So y'all hear that on TikTok. Make sure you give him a follow and interact with his stuff.
But this is when I was just going through some difficult times, just about telling people secrets and stuff that you think they can keep, but they can't. This one's called Alone or Snow. Told you things I swore I'd take to my grave, for you to crumble it up and just throw them all away. Now I can look my friends in the face, 'cause the judgment in their eyes adds to my pain. Well, your daddy never cared for me in the song, and all I ever do in his eyes is all wrong. Maybe one day he would have sang along, if he didn't know more than me, my flesh and bone. Well, I said hell will freeze before I go, and it's February and the ground ain't even cold. Those flames must have turned into snow, 'cause you're listening to this song all alone. Maybe I'll go and find somebody new, somebody who reminds me of the good parts of you, someone I can tell my darkest to, and learn to trust in them the way I trusted you. Well, I said hell freeze before I go, but it's February and the ground ain't even cold. But those flames must have turned into snow, 'cause you're listening to this song all along. Well, I said hell will freeze before I go, and it's February and the ground
song all alone. Those flames must have turned into snow, 'cause you're listening to this song all alone.
That was amazing.
Thank you. Now, this last song I'll do, this is again a demo. It's going to be a little bit different for the
EP?
EP, but it's got some really cool fiddle behind it, super country. I'm trying to get a banjo on it, but this is a fan favorite. It's just a little fun song. My hairline's receding, energy depleting, getting poorer by the day. My body, it hurts, oh, but it could be worse. I'm just thankful I'm on top of the clay. Well, I got me a queen. She ain't no bee, but she's got all the honey I need. And I'll walk her line till I run out of time, though her daddy, he don't care for me. If I had lots of money, I'd marry you, honey. So we got a lifetime to go. Yeah, she's my Appalachian Juliet, and I'm her welfare Romeo. Well, I don't sell no pills to pay all my bills, but my food, it comes from a stand. And I pinch all my pennies to say I've got plenty, 'cause I got to, I don't need no hand. I'd make her all mine if I had more dimes from these crazy notes that I sing. For you and me, honey, I'd kill the Easter bunny if it meant I could buy you a ring. If I had lots of money, I'd marry you, honey. So we got a lifetime to go. Yeah, she's my Appalachian Juliet, and I'm her welfare Romeo. I sing them all wrong, but I wrote her these songs, and she's all that I'll ever need. From blood and wine till the end of time, I've got her, and she's got me. If I had lots of money, I'd marry you, honey. So we got a lifetime to go. Yeah, she's my Appalachian Juliet, and I'm her welfare Romeo. I'm on her welfare Romeo. There's a happy one for you guys.
Oh man, I like that one. The Welfare Romeo.
Thank you. Yeah, that'll be on the EP. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit of the words are different, but it's got a lot of fiddle and maybe a little bit of banjo. But it's gonna be really cool. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you, man.
I think I didn't mess up 4 songs, right?
Hey, but the great thing is just hearing you pure,
Thank you.
uncanny, just right there doing it. And you got that beautiful lady right there by your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does everything unless she's sick. These are nice stuff.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Now, when I send you the recording back, you got my call. When I send you the recording back, I'm going to take this up, all right? So I'll just quick pick it up. And that'll be something to drop for TikTok.
Okay, man.
All right, let's get back to the rest of the show. We got a little bit more left, and then we're out here. Didn't get you on there, Mom.
That's
Take
okay.
you, grab that in a
Okay.
second.
Thank
And
you.
everybody see me. We're on Facebook here. Okay.
Make sure I save these lives.